Okay, in my second video I'll start again with the water supply, and in the first video I explained that the water supply is required for the development of industries, as it is a need in processing as well as cleaning, cooling, washing. All industries depend heavily on the availability of fresh water for one purpose or the other. These include iron and steel industry. In iron and steel industry, we need water for cooling, that is maintaining the temperature of the furnace in which we are melting the ore. In textile industry, we need it for bleaching and washing. In paper and pulp, chemical, food processing, jute, leather, nuclear power, etc., we need water supply. Therefore, all these industrial units are located at places where water is easily available. The next important requirement for an industry is the energy. Uninterrupted energy is required to process raw material into manufactured goods. Why uninterrupted? Because if continuous power cut will take place, then the production will be hampered. That is why an iron and steel industry is usually located near the coal resources, as coal is used for smelting the iron ores. Similarly, the electrometallurgical and electrochemical industries which require power are located where electricity is easily available. In areas where coal is not there easily available, especially like the peninsular part of the country, industries are usually developed on hydel power, that is hydroelectricity, instead of the thermal power in which we use the coal. Thus, the availability of energy is one of the most important factors in deciding the location of a particular industry. The next factor that is there for the development of the industry is transport. Now, why is transport important? We all know that without transport, neither the raw material will be able to come to the industry, nor the finished goods will be reaching the market. Therefore, transport is an essential prerequisite. Prerequisite means that pre-requirement for industrial development, as transport facilities are required to carry raw material to the manufacturing units and finished goods to the market. So the availability of transport facility has led to the development of the industries near the port towns that are linked with the rail and roads to the hinterland, right? Therefore, industries can be found in areas where transport is easily available. Coming to the next requirement for the development of industry is labor. We need skilled and unskilled manpower for an industry. Therefore, wherever these manpower are available, industries are developed there. The mobility of the labor is also very cheap and very important factor. It is because the labor, they can move to areas like Delhi and Mumbai from different parts of the country. Therefore, the large number of industries are located in the metropolitan cities. Some of the small scale industries are also located in areas where like glassware in Firozabad, brassware in Moradabad, utensils in Yamunanagar. So people from different parts of the country come and stay where these industries are there. Therefore, labor is the major important factor. Next is market. The existence of market is the ultimate requirement of every industry, because whatever is produced needs to be sold. High demand and a satisfactory purchasing power provide impetus to industrial development. Means it provides benefit for the development of the industry. If you are producing certain products and it is not sold, then there is no benefit for the industry to be there. For example, heavy chemical industries or machine industries are located in industrial areas because their products are required by the other industries, right? Another example of petroleum refineries are established in areas where you have market which is nearby, where the transport of crude oil is easier, right? However, the refineries using imported crude oils are located near the port because the crude oil generally is transported by huge ships. Next factor is climate. Climate plays a significant role in location of the industry, especially the agro-based industry. What are agro-based industries? Agro-based industries are the industries that are based on the agriculture. For example, cotton textile industry, it is located in Maharashtra because of the moist climatic condition. Children, this is very important. This question comes that why is moist climate required for cotton textile industry, which we will be doing later on, but I'll just explain you that for cotton textile industry we need humidity so that the thread that is used in producing the textile will not break. If the climate is dry, the thread that is used in manufacturing of the textile breaks, right? So it says that moist climate and black soil are favorable for the growth of cotton. Therefore, in Maharashtra we have cotton textile industries also. Extreme type of climate like too hot and too cold climate are not favorable for the industrial because it not only affects the availability of raw material, it also affects the efficiency of the workers. Too hot climate, workers will not be able to work very efficiently, and same goes with very cold climatic conditions. Coming to the commercial factor, that is first is the role of the government. The government has a very important role in the industrialization as it develops the regions which are underdeveloped and tries to balance the development of a particular country, especially the developing and the underdeveloped countries. In these countries, the role of the government is very important. Big industries which require large amount of money, that is capital, and huge infrastructure are set up by the government, and the government makes the rules and regulations for running an industry and also provides the basic facilities like land, water, electricity. And not only this, the government also makes policies and take decisions to protect and encourage the indigenous industry. Now, indigenous industries are the ones in which from the raw material till the finished goods are produced in under one particular roof. Okay. Now, moving further, let us see what are the other commercial factors that are working. The next commercial factor is capital. Capital here means money. So the capital which is required at every stage of setting up and running the industry, most financial organizations and the capitalists are available in major or large cities, and that is why most of the industries are found in major cities. The cities which have good banking facilities and loan facilities, credit facilities providing you some loan, are necessary for setting up large industries. That is why you will find large industries in area where the places are highly developed. Coming to the next point we have in our syllabus, that is classification of industry. So industries can be classified on the basis of a number of features. First is on the basis of the raw material. It can also be classified on the location, the size, and the nature of finished goods. Let us first study the classification on the basis of the raw material used. On the basis of the raw material used, we can classify it as agro-based industry, mineral-based industry, forest-based industry. Okay, so let us first read the agro-based industry. As explained earlier, the agro-based industries are the industries that are depending for their raw material from agricultural sectors. The products comprise of mainly the consumer goods like cotton, jute, textiles, sugar, tea, coffee. The next is the mineral-based industries. These industries use mineral, both metallic and non-metallic, as the raw material, and on the basis of that they can be used Now, the major mineral-based industries include iron and steel, heavy engineering, machines and tools, cement industry, or chemical and fertilizer industries. The next is your forest-based industries, in which we are basically using the wood that is coming from the forest, the rubber which we are taking from the forest, and the lac and resin which we extract from the forest. In this category that is based on the raw material use, we have the animal-based industry also, in which we are using the products that are coming from animals like woolen industry, silk industry, dairy products, then skin of the animals industry, skin and leather industry, poultry industry. These industries come under the animal based industry. The second classification we talk about, the base is based on the nature of products that industry produces. So it can be in the form of heavy industry or a light industry. So in heavy industries, these industries produce capital goods and consumer durable goods which are quite bulky. They are called heavy industries. They require large amount of capital and large quantity of raw material. They also require sophisticated machinery and scientific knowledge to produce the goods, right? These industries produce heavy products. The next is the light industry. These industries produce goods which are lighter in weight, and they can be like cycles, sewing machine, electronic goods, and they require less amount of money, less capital, less area, and less number of workers compared to the heavy industries. The third classification talks about the classification on the basis of size and investment, under which we have three categories: the large scale, the medium scale, and the small scale industry. The large scale industry require huge infrastructure and large number of workers. They basically produce machineries and goods on a very, very large scale, like iron and steel, shipbuilding industry, automobile industry, and they basically play a key role in industrialization of a country. Next comes the medium scale industries. They are neither very big nor very small, and they include paper mills, radio industry, cycle manufacture. Next is the small scale industry. They are mainly majorly private or individual industry. They do not require huge capital, and they employ very few workers, like the weaving industry or food processing industry. The next classification is on the basis of the ownership, which can be public sector, private sector, joint sector. So public sector, as the name suggests, that these industries are, just underline this, they are owned and managed either by the central government or the state government. They include the public utility industries like railways, post and telegraph, oil refinery, heavy engineering. And these industries are owned, managed, and governed by the government, state or central. The private sector industries are owned and managed by an individual or a group of individuals, including like Reliance Industry, Infosys, or Wipro. The joint sector is basically owned, managed, and controlled jointly by private entrepreneurs as well as the government. An entrepreneur is called a joint sector enterprise if the government holds 26% of equity or more. The private promoters have 25% and the balance by the general public. For example, Automobile Corporation of Goa Limited we have, or we have the Telco Industries or the Tata House as private promoters. These are the joint sectors. Another category in the same classification is the cooperative sector industry. Under this, cooperative sector means that which is by which people with limited resources can pool in with their physical and material resource. For example, a group of people combine together and they use their own money and then they start a cooperative. Very common example is the Anand Cooperative Society in Gujarat, the Lijjat Papad Society, the Amul society that is there. All these are the cooperatives.